news. Today's news.
Is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in New York, where all eyes will be on a former president when he testifies at his civil fraud trial. Correspondent Robert Costa is at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan.
It is a high-stakes day today for former President Donald Trump as he's set to testify about an alleged scheme to inflate his wealth. And behind the scenes, sources close to Trump tell me he has been simmering about how he, his own children, and his family business now face this trial.
His sons Don Jr. and Eric testified last week. His daughter Ivanka is scheduled to take the stand Wednesday. A Republican in the Midwest is set to give one of Mr. Trump's rivals a thumbs up in his bid for the presidency. CBS's Matt Piper reports.
Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds will endorse Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, providing a potential boost for his presidential campaign that has anchored itself in Iowa. The state's Republican caucus on January 15th is the first nominating contest of the 2024 election. DeSantis has made Iowa front and center for his campaign, embarking on a tour of all 99 counties and moving a majority of his campaign staff to the Hawkeye State this fall.
Israel's military says its troops are ready to enter Gaza City today or tomorrow for face-to-face battle with Hamas forces in underground bunkers and tunnels. Secretary of State Blinken spoke after meeting with Turkey's prime minister in Ankara.
We remain very focused on the hostages held by Hamas, including Americans, and making sure we're doing everything possible to bring them home.
Israel continues to reject U.S. calls for a humanitarian pause in the war. A couple of lawmakers in the Northeast are demanding answers about events leading up to a mass shooting last month. CBS's Jim Crisula.
Maine's two senators have reached out to the U.S. Army Inspector General demanding answers about the Army's handling of a reservist before he shot and killed 18 people at a bowling alley and bar. Fellow soldiers had expressed concerns about the man's mental health before the October 25th shootings, the deadliest in Maine history.
This time last week, a lot of us were shivering in unusually cold temperatures. This week, record high temps are forecast for the South, the Central, and Southern Plains. Odyssey meteorologist Craig Allen.
No sign of cold air invading the lower 48, especially on down towards the Gulf Coast where it had been so cold only about a week or so ago.
Employers say not enough workers are saying, "I quit." A year after bosses had their hands full scrambling to keep staff around, Wall Street Journal says turnover has declined so sharply, companies are worried about keeping star employees happy because there's no room for upward movement. S&P and Dow futures both ahead 5. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 63 degrees outside.